Hello everyone, my name is Catherine Todd. I go by Amy in the course though, and I teach first grade special education at Lee County Primary School. Before I begin my reflection, I just want to give a little background because I think it helps explain my perspective. This course was actually supposed to be one of my first leadership courses I took in this EDS program. However, last summer, due to like a mix-up with my the classes I was registered for, I accidentally took the wrong class last summer, so this ended up being my last course that I needed to take to end my EDS. So because of that, when I completed my PBDA self-reflection, I had already completed the rest of the program. So I wasn't really reflecting as someone that's just starting to learn about teacher leadership. Instead, I was reflecting on everything I had learned and experienced throughout this entire program. And also, I was in the Aspiring Leaders Academy at my county last year and through GLSE. And so I've learned a lot over this past year about teacher leadership. So on my PBDA self-reflection, I scored a 38 out of 42. I rated myself as exceeding expectations in areas like collaboration, communication, professionalism, initiative, relationships with students and adults, attendance, creating a positive learning environment. I rated myself as meeting expectations in diversity, time management, commitment to student learning, and commitment to continuous improvement. I rated myself this way because I truly feel like this program has helped me grow as a teacher leader. At the same time, I know I don't have everything figured out, and I believe one of the most important qualities of a leader is recognizing that there is always something new to learn and to always continue to grow. The first teacher leadership standard focuses on fostering a collaborative culture to support student learning and educator development. Out of all the 4 standards, this is probably the one I connect with the most. As a first grade special education teacher, collaboration is literally part of everything I do. Every day I'm working with my co-teacher, other first grade teachers, speech therapists, occupational therapists, administrators, school psychologists, and of course my families, my parents. So none of us could do our jobs alone, especially in special education. One example that stands out is our IEP meetings. Everyone comes to the table with a different perspective, and when we truly listen to one another, we make better decisions for that student. I've learned that being a teacher leader isn't about being the loudest person in the room or having all the answers. Sometimes leadership is simply just asking good questions, listening to others, and helping the team stay focused on what's best for the child. So this program reminded me that relationships are one of the most important parts of leadership, and when people trust one another, collaboration becomes much easier and students benefit from that teamwork. The second teacher leadership standard focuses on accessing and using research to improve practice. Throughout this program, one of the biggest things I learned was how important it is to make decisions based on data instead of assumptions. My research project that I did focused on explicit phonics instruction for first grade students with disabilities, and completing that project helped me think differently about how to analyze student progress. As a special education teacher, I collect data every day, whether it's progress monitoring, IEP goals, classroom assessments, or observations. Data helps guide all of the decisions I make for my students. This program reinforced that effective teacher leaders use research and evidence to improve instruction instead of relying on what's always been done. The third teacher leadership standard focuses on promoting professional learning. One thing I've realized throughout this program is that leadership doesn't stop once you finish college or even graduate school. Great teachers continue learning throughout their careers. I enjoy attending professional development, collaborating with coworkers, and sharing ideas with my team. I also appreciate learning from teachers with more experience than I have. At the same time, I enjoy encouraging others and sharing ideas that have worked well in my own classroom. I think leadership is really about learning from one another instead of trying to do everything by yourself. The fourth teacher leadership standard focuses on facilitating improvements in instruction and student learning. Looking back over this program, I think one of the biggest things I've gained is the habit of reflecting on my own teaching. Reflection has helped me think more intentionally about why I make certain instructional decisions and whether those decisions are helping my students succeed. One area where I know I still want to continue growing is time management. Special education teachers balance instructions, meetings, paperwork, progress monitoring, communication with families, and so many other responsibilities. While I feel like I've become much more organized over the years, I know there's always room to improve and find better ways to manage my time. Overall, this program has changed the way I think about leadership. Before beginning this degree, I think I viewed leadership as something that belonged mostly to administrators. Now I realize that teachers lead every single day. We lead by collaborating with others, advocating for students, making data-informed decisions, encouraging our coworkers, and continually working to improve our practice. As I continue my career, I hope I keep growing both as a teacher and a leader. My goal is to always put my students first, anyone's students first that I'm in the building with, and continue learning from those around me and contribute to a positive school culture where both students and teachers can be successful. So thank you for taking the time to listen to my reflection. Thank you, Dr. Crosby, for all of your guidance and all of the learning that happened throughout this program. I really appreciate you. You're like one of my favorite professors, and I've always enjoyed, I think I've said it in like every video, but I love doing video reflections because I like to talk. All right. Thanks, everyone.